Finding a Rolex with a Moonphase complication is like uncovering a rare gem in the world of horology. While Rolex is known for its tool watches and precision-driven timepieces, its Moonphase models are rare, luxurious, and steeped in history. In this video, we'll walk you through the top 5 best Moonphase Rolex watches, each selected for its craftsmanship, legacy, and collector appeal. Whether you're a seasoned enthusiast or starting your vintage journey, this list will help you identify the finest Rolex Moonphase watches ever made. Kicking off our list at number 1, Rolex Cellini Moonphase. The Rolex Cellini Moonphase is one of the most recent and refined entries in Rolex's modern lineup, reintroducing the Moonphase complication with a contemporary touch. Released in 2017, this watch marked Rolex's return to the Moonphase category after decades, blending traditional horology with the brand's timeless elegance in a 39mm Eve rose gold case. Key features: the Cellini Moonphase features a blue enamel Moonphase disc at 6 o'clock with a meteorite applique moon, offering a celestial depiction that is accurate for 122 years. The white lacquered dial includes a date display around the perimeter with a blue hand indicator. Powered by the self-winding caliber 3195, the watch is COSC certified for chronometric precision and features a 48-hour power reserve. Benefits and usage: this watch is ideal for collectors looking for a dressy, sophisticated piece that quietly stands out. Its Moonphase complication is both beautiful and astronomically accurate, making it not just a functional tool but also an artistic centerpiece. The clean dial and refined proportions make it suitable for formal wear and important occasions. Usability: the Cellini Moonphase is designed with simplicity in operation. The Moonphase and date functions can be adjusted using the crown, making the watch intuitive even for first-time owners of complicated pieces. The flared double bezel and alligator leather strap ensure comfort and a secure fit on the wrist. Durability: despite its elegant look, the Cellini Moonphase is built to last. Crafted in Eve rose gold, it's highly resistant to fading and corrosion. The sapphire crystal protects against scratches, and the watch is water resistant up to 50 meters, adequate for everyday usage though it's best kept out of the pool. In the second spot, we have Rolex Stelline 6062. The Rolex Stelline 6062 is a legendary vintage Moonphase watch that holds immense historical and horological value. Produced in the early 1950s, the 6062 was among the very few Rolex watches to combine a Moonphase display with a triple calendar complication and an Oyster case, making it a pinnacle of Rolex's craftsmanship at the time. Key features: the Stelline 6062 stands out with its star-shaped hour markers, hence the name Stelline, set against a silver or black dial. It features a triple calendar, day, date, and month, along with a Moonphase indicator at 6 o'clock. Powered by the automatic caliber 655, the 6062 was ahead of its time with a screw-down crown and a 36mm Oyster case. Benefits and usage: ideal for serious collectors and vintage aficionados, the Stelline 6062 isn't just a watch, it's an investment-grade piece. It showcases Rolex's ability to merge function and aesthetic finesse. The calendar and Moonphase displays provide practical information, while the historical value and rarity make it a conversation starter and a status symbol. Usability: while it lacks the conveniences of modern watches, its layout is logically designed. The triple calendar is easy to read, and the Moonphase adds charm to the overall composition. Due to its vintage nature, it's best worn occasionally and handled with care, particularly when setting the complications. Durability: vintage doesn't mean fragile. The Oyster case was a milestone in waterproof design, and the automatic movement is robust if properly maintained. That said, given its rarity and value, regular servicing by a vintage Rolex specialist is crucial to ensure its longevity and performance. Coming in at number 3 is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Moonphase, Vintage. The vintage Rolex Oyster Perpetual Moonphase is a broad category that includes models like the Reference 8171 and 6062 but is also used to refer more generically to Rolex's Moonphase offerings from the mid-20th century. These pieces are known for combining Rolex's pioneering waterproof Oyster case with complicated functions, a rarity for the brand. Key features, typically featuring a triple calendar and moonphase indicator. These watches use either the caliber 655 or caliber 10 1/2-inch movements. The dials often come with applied gold markers, blued hands, and elegant subdials for day and month. Cases were produced in yellow gold, rose gold, or stainless steel, with sizes ranging from 34mm to 38mm. Benefits and usage: these watches serve both horological and historical functions. They exemplify Rolex's exploration into complications during a time when the brand was building its identity. Owning one of these is like holding a piece of Rolex history. Their understated elegance makes them suitable for display, light wear, or ceremonial events. Usability: these vintage Moonphase models are less intuitive to operate than modern watches, with multiple pushers or settings for day, date, and moonphase functions. As such, they are best managed by experienced collectors who understand vintage mechanisms or by those willing to consult a professional before use. Durability: though over 60 years old, these timepieces were built with Rolex's signature robustness. The Oyster case provided water resistance, a rarity for Moonphase watches at the time. However, vintage pieces require gentle handling, proper storage, and periodic maintenance from certified horologists to retain their charm and function. Taking our fourth spot is Rolex Reference 6062. The Rolex Reference 6062 is often regarded as one of the greatest Rolex watches ever made. Introduced in the 1950s, it is one of only 2 Rolex models to feature a moonphase complication in an Oyster case. Reference 6062 combines classic Rolex design with high complication, making it extremely desirable in the world of vintage haute horology. Key features: the 6062 features a triple calendar and moonphase display housed in a 36mm Oyster case with a screw-down crown, all powered by the self-winding caliber 655 movement. Available in steel, yellow gold, and rose gold variants, its most sought-after versions have dials with star-shaped hour markers, like the Stelline edition, and a unique balance between technical functionality and refined aesthetics. Benefits and usage: this watch is perfect for collectors who want the best of Rolex's past ingenuity. The triple calendar is useful and visually engaging, and the moonphase display at 6 o'clock adds an emotional dimension to the technical layout. As a conversation piece, it commands respect in any high-end watch circle or collector event. Usability: while the layout is busy compared to typical Rolex sports models, it's surprisingly readable. However, setting the moonphase and calendar should be done cautiously and ideally with guidance from an expert or after consulting the manual, to avoid damaging the movement. Durability: the Oyster case was a marvel of engineering in its time and provides substantial protection for the delicate complications inside. Still, the value and age of this watch mean it's best used sparingly. It holds up well when serviced regularly and stored in controlled conditions away from moisture and magnetism. And finally, at number 5, we have Rolex Padellone 8171. The Rolex Padellone 8171 is a Grail-level Rolex and one of the most revered moonphase watches ever produced. Launched in the 1950s, the 8171 stands apart due to its non-Oyster case and large 38mm diameter, hence the nickname Padellone, Italian for a large frying pan. It's one of the very few Rolex models with both a moonphase and triple calendar complication. Key features: the Reference 8171 has a stainless steel or precious metal case, a domed acrylic crystal, and a creamy dial with subdials for day and month, as well as a pointer date around the edge. The moonphase is located at 6 o'clock. Inside, the manual winding caliber 10 1/2-inch powers this historic piece. The larger size makes it particularly attractive to modern collectors who prefer a more commanding wrist presence. Benefits and usage: with only around 1,000 made, the 8171 is highly collectible and perfect for investment-focused collectors or horological historians. It exudes classic charm while offering functionality in its full calendar layout. This watch isn't just worn, it's showcased. It bridges the gap between traditional dress watches and technical marvels. Usability: despite its age, the Padellone offers clear visibility and logical subdial placement. The larger case makes it more wearable by contemporary standards. However, setting the functions requires care and familiarity with vintage watches, and professional servicing is recommended before regular use. Durability. The non-Oyster case means it lacks the water resistance of the 6062, but it's still built with Rolex-level quality. Proper storage, infrequent wear, and scheduled maintenance can preserve this timepiece for generations. Its value and fragility mean it's more suited for display or high-end collector exhibitions than daily use. Rolex Moonphase watches are rare treasures that blend technical sophistication with historical prestige. From the modern refinement of the Cellini to the iconic status of the 6062 and Padellone, each piece reflects Rolex's lesser-known, but brilliant, complication craftsmanship. Whether you're building a serious collection or chasing a once-in-a-lifetime timepiece, these models offer timeless value. Let us know in the comments which Rolex Moonphase caught your eye. And if you're hunting for more luxury horology insights, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more expert watch reviews.